What's good, guys? It's
SirWilliamTV.
Okay, so today I have a story for you guys that I titled $1 Million Dream. It's not what you think. Well, I hope you guys enjoy. $1 Million Dream, May 11th, 2016. A teenage boy finds himself lost in his mind, surrounded by complete darkness, laying on a mattress. Out of focus, but gazing at the ceiling, the boy goes rambling on inside his head, questioning so many things. Earlier on in the day, the kid was invited to go to a studio to work on music by one of his close friends. As he gets this message, he asks his mother for permission to go. The boy completes what he was assigned for homework, then gets dressed up, hurriedly eats dinner, then heads out, noticing it was exactly 6:02 p.m. He begins his journey by getting on the SkyTrain. He gets off at the station called Columbia, gets onto another train that takes him to another station, but this one was called Lougheed. Traveling from Lougheed, he notices himself striking a conversation with the driver of the bus he was on. It all seemed to be small talk, but he was unfortunately unable to entertain himself by working on music like he usually does. So he took it as an opportunity to talk to someone he'd probably never see again. The boy arrives at a destination he was told to by his friend to be at. A couple minutes late, now 7:03 p.m., the friend signals to him in an "I'm over here" fashion. Running over to his friend, hopping in the car, and finally on their way to the studio, Joey, the boy's friend, introduces the female singer, the driver Regan, another artist, and another passenger, Brock. They all chat along the way there, but no music has been discussed at this point. Arriving at the first studio building an hour early, 8:30 p.m., they decide to kill some time by talking about some parties they'd been to, but the boy just didn't talk about it. Joey got a call that they wouldn't be at the first studio, but they could still go in and look around. They saw endless walls of platinum plaques inside the first building, but they get the word that the studio they'd be in was much larger. Noticing they still had time to kill, they go to a park located just across the street from the final building they'd be in. By now there are 7 people in a somewhat covered area. Joey, Brock, and the boy all partake in a freestyle cipher to warm up. On the entire voyage back to the studio, the boy, Brock, and Regan all have a freestyle cipher ahead of the other group back there of Joey, Zoe, and the other Joey, which was Joey's ex. Yeah, it's confusing. Anyways, that aside, entering the studio, the boy immediately knows this is the place he always wants to spend time in. They get settled in. The boy decides that it had been quite a long time since he was able to contact back home so he could talk to his sister. So he connects to the internet and immediately messages his sister, exuberant to show the family where he was. But the response he got was much worse than he wanted. His sister basically hailed upon him to leave immediately. It was now 10:10. He had only been in the studio for 23 minutes. At this point, the boy only spent 5 minutes writing, but managed to push out 10 bars, and with not enough time to finish writing and get the video recorded for that cipher they warmed up for earlier on in the night, he wasn't having it. Entirely emotional on the inside, the boy maintains his game face and asks one of Joey's friends to drive him home. The entire drive home, the boy was showing Joey's friend, now the boy's third producer, all the music he had written since the year before. Everyone the boy had performed for was amazed at the level of talent he has at such a young age. The boy then arrives back at Columbia, walks down to the SkyTrain station, and walks merely 5 seconds left, and meets one of the females he first met when he initially moved to the city. They discuss the nights they both just had, and I'm sorry to say, but it wasn't a let's have a talk over a cold beer kind of night. It just didn't seem right to talk to her right then and there. I don't know what's going on with her right now, but it just seems strange. Just like all the timing and everything just seems so on point and unreal. Anyways, the girl ends up getting off with her guy friend, and the boy is now back to listening to his thoughts. Full of frustration, the boy finally makes it home, 3 minutes late, 11:03 p.m. He has a conversation with mainly his mother, but his sister somewhat partakes. The conversation had come to an abrupt conclusion when they had all come to an agreement that the boy had to face the reasonless consequences of being grounded for a month. The first time in his life. The sister, the mother, and the boy all go to their separate beds to finally rest. But when the boy is alone in the darkness, gazing at the ceiling with endless thoughts, it's never a good time. Hey guys, thank you for listening. If you would like a part 2 to the story, then drop it down in the comments. Show that love by pressing that like button, pressing that share button, pressing that favorite button, if that still exists, I'm not sure. But show your friends, show your family, show your dog, show your fucking pill bottle, show like anything. Jeez, what do you mean, man?